So great to have you here. And I'm just playing this stream here. I hope you guys can hear that too. If not, it's cool music. And I'm your happy healer for President, Keith Landy. And I have to do this my way because that's the way we're going to win. I know it. That's the way we are going to win if we're going to win at all. And so we just have to trust in the faith, in the knowledge that is coming forth. And it's just humanity. It's just humanity. It's nothing more. It's the experiences we all have. They're unique to me no more than they are to you, your friends, your relatives, your children. You know, I'm 40 years old. And I've thought about how or what I might do with myself. And one thing I know for sure is watching the world digress into this hateful place that it's become, and how it's just seemed to have dragged all of us right in there with it. I felt in despair. It's not a brand new feeling for people. A lot of people have been having this feeling. And it's been going on for a long time. It didn't just start with Trump. It's the conditions. It's the knowledge. Human beings are smart. Go figure. They know. They know what's up. And they know when they're being served a raw deal. And they are being served a raw deal, aren't they? We're told that we matter, that we're cared for, that our condescending candidates, and you know who they are. You know who they are. They all just look down upon us, don't they? You know, when you have had enough pain in your life, enough struggle, enough experiences, enough to make you realize that being humble is a great idea, you tend to start to realize that love is the way. Because you can be at war with everybody and everything and everyone. It'll never bring you to the promised land. I voted with you. I voted for Trump too. Some of you didn't vote for Trump. It's okay. It doesn't matter. People do what they think is the right thing to do in the moment. And I'm asking you to do nothing less than that right now. And to listen to the message. And to be open to listening to the message. And to my Democratic brothers, I tell you, relax. At times I'm going to say things that might make you feel like we're going backwards, but we're not. Trust me, we're not going backwards, okay? And the reason why I wouldn't even use the word backwards, really. But that you might feel like we are off the Democratic message, the talking points, and we will be. We will be, because I'm your humanities candidate, and there are no other candidates that are your humanities candidate, and we'll get into why. But yeah, they're not the only ones. The Republicans also have failed to meet your humanity needs. We are the humanity in this country. We are the citizens of this country. Yeah, we have to watch over the humanity in our country. We might not be able to do the entire world, but if we act right and we act swift and we act now and we do it smart, we can do something that the rest of the world could only admire. And whereas they have tried, we will succeed because we invoke the powers that come together, the forces of technology and the forces of our times. These are special times that we live in, and that's why the people are up to their ears. They no longer want to hear the excuses as to why we can't take care of humanity in our time. And that's why I'm running. On June the 18th, I'll be announcing my candidacy for President of the United States. Right here from Orlando, Florida. Right from the Donald Trump rally, if you can believe that. Right there at the downtown arena, they have the, can't think of the name of it, Amway Center. Right at the Amway Center. And that's going to be at 6:30 p.m. and that's going to be on the 18th. That's coming up soon. We're officially in the 11th now. And good morning from your happy healer, candidate for President of the United States, right? Welcome. It's great to have you. Yeah, we're talking about the things that matter. We're not allowing the other candidates, we're not allowing the news stations like CBS or NBC or any of them. We're not letting Fox, none of them decide what we're talking about, because essentially none of them are talking about what matters to you. We'll touch on some of the current issues, make no doubt, and we'll give them justice just like they deserve, especially when they affect anything that affects the American people, affects your happy healer, because he is working for America. This is our goal. America is our goal. You know, the happy healer, make no mistake about it, he is not a globalist. No sirree. In fact, that is one of the main reasons why I voted for Donald Trump. We had to pull back from the globalist direction. And I don't believe that Democrats are by and large globalists. I believe they believe in America. And I believe that many of the lower income Democrats, that they realize that America has to put herself first if America is ever to put them first. Because if you try and take on the entire world like many of our elite would like to do and reshape the identity of Americans, well, then we all fail and we can't take care of our least among us, which means we can't do God's work, which means we can't get the health care for all like everybody deserves, which means we can't get the income for all so that we can get people out of the factories like Donald Trump wants to put you in the factories. Let me please make this clear. I want to grab you with a loving hand and a loving heart, and with my heart in hand, extend a hand and take you out of the God-forsaken, robot capable of doing factory job position. Why would you ever put a precious human being there? The role of the future for humanity is in creativity. It's in love and it's in humanity. And when we build the stock in humanity, just watch what happens to our technology stocks and just watch what happens to the stock in humanity in our country. We will be the first country capable of pulling together all of our resources in order to bring about a new world. Indeed, the only world that'll take us into the future. Every other world is a failure. Every other world ends in disaster. Every other world ends in civil war, in division. Happy Healer is your unity candidate. Keith Landy is your unity candidate. Make no mistake about it. We are for humanity in this country because you matter and I matter and we all matter. You know how it goes with your Happy Healer. You just know how it goes. And we are just so fired up because we have to be. And because people matter, we have to get them covered. And we have to do it because of our faith. Our faith and belief in God, our faith and belief in each other, our faith and belief in our country. There's some people that want to tell us we can't deliver for the people of our country. There's some people that want to say that. They are, oh yes, so very pessimistic. These are the same people that were telling us that we can do so much. These are the same people that were telling us that we could do 3 and 4% GDP growth. And by golly, you unleash the ingenuity of the American people and you just watch what they can do. If you inspire them and pump them up, you just see what you can do with the American people. And if you take care of them like humanity should be taken care of, you just watch the American beautiful society that comes out of that. You just watch how we lead the world in such a meaningful way in order to provide new and dramatic, profound humanities and human life redeeming qualities when you're looking for a mate. Think about it. When you go out there right now and you're in the field, you've got people who are depressed, who are not the best versions of themselves. In the new world where we're headed, we're taking care of people. We're taking care of people. People say, how can it get done? We say, how can it not get done? The future is too grave. And my Democratic brothers, I know you're thrilled to hear this because we're doing what you have always wanted and everybody matters. And also, your happy healer, Keith Landy, he's a gay man. And perhaps God's setting me up for this mission even more. I have no family yet. I yearn for one. I desire one, and you are my family. I love you. God has taught me the love in my heart to have, and so I do. I couldn't live any other way. I couldn't. I just couldn't. I couldn't even move on any other way. Just as many of you, we feel the disparity in our lives. We just know that we have to try something radically different. And this is it, my friends. This is the answer. Because when you grab humanity and you say, this is the golden egg, this is the golden goose, this is the one we want, and you take care of them, then you know you're taking care of the right people, because those are the people who live here. Those are the people who populate here, make families here. Those are the people who matter. Those are the people who matter here. Those are the people who work here. Those are the people who have made and built this country. Those are, by in definition, humanity. We have got to take care of each other. We have to stop this craziness. We're not marching into the promised land, folks. Make no mistake about it. We're marching headlong into a civil war. And we need to pull back. And my Republican friends, I've talked to my Democratic friends, and I tell them I shake them alive, and they come alive. And you've got to come alive too. You've got to come alive. And we've got to unite this country. And we're going to do it. We're going to do it because we have no choice. But folks, my fellow Republicans, and more importantly, my fellow Americans, my goodness, I know it's not what you want. I know this division is not the America that we all grew up in. It's not what we recognize. This is Civil War territory indeed. In fact, anybody who's studied anything to do with any kind of past American history knows that we are in Civil War territory. And indeed, all intelligent people are talking about this as being a soft civil war. And then before we hard and fast enter into a new world, a brave world of a hard civil war. We don't want that, folks. And that's why I, your happy healer, quite frankly, have been summoned by this situation, have been summoned perhaps even by the very nature of the conditions on the ground, because my own life has been affected. And because I have been on a spiritual journey of my own, and perhaps of my own making, perhaps of my own experiences, perhaps how anybody in my own experiences would be, given this world, given this situation, given this predicament, and to care and to love and to feel the pain when you see people hurt and you see people in despair. I'm excited to announce that moving forward, I'm going to be writing, and I'm going to be writing on my blog, and it's going to be a personable thing because I have to share with you so much about my upbringing, about what turned me into the happy healer I am today. People want to know, how does a 40-year-old man end up like you? And I just say, I know I'm weird. I don't want to even have to talk about it, okay? And I just say, it's okay. I love. And guess what? Loving is, if that's weird, we just need to go ahead and get everybody weird then. And we're going to really have a great society that emerges out of it. And that's why your happy healer is running. So, compare that against your condescending candidates, any one of them. Any one of them. My greatest gift and my greatest reward for being president, if we are successful, ladies and gentlemen, it is to avert the civil war, to unite our country, and to put humanity on a pedestal where they have always belonged in this country, to show it can be done, and to inspire the rest of the world to do the same, and to learn how to do it the same, and to have the courage to do the same. If we want to ever enlighten our environments, if we want to ever do the big think ideas that my fellow Democrats want to do, that they want to see in the environment in other ways, if you ever want to reach those levels of humanity, you have got to make a choice to put humanity first. And that has got to include our loving Creator, who has set us up at this time like no other time in history to be able to take advantage of making this a true reality. Don't let anybody steal the dream from you, and I won't let anybody steal the dream from me. I'm just going to keep fighting for what's right, and I'm going to have the courage to do what's right, and I'm going to tell you that I love you. I don't care where you're coming from. We just need to unite, and we need to do it within love, and we have to be realistic about our problems. We have to be realistic about our solutions, and it's not realistic to argue our way into a grave under. Wake up. Wake up. It's time. Otherwise, we're all going to be eating from these. Right here. Have you ever seen one of these before? I know some of you have, and I appreciate your service. I will make you proud as your commander-in-chief. I assure you of that. I am not a perfect candidate. You never needed one. We just need respect. We just need love. We just need the right way. The freedom you're fighting for, we'd never have this chance without you. You are doing God's work, make no doubt. The United States Armed Forces will be essential in keeping this safe world that we all need to feel secure. And what will emerge is a safer world that just gets safer and safer as we shape humanity by humanity. We let humanity shape humanity. Instead of Facebook, instead of corporations, instead of greedy people who like to own all of humanity's ingenuity. That's where I disagree with our current president. Recently, he was asked if Russia made him president. No, Russia didn't make him president. I agree, Donald Trump. However, I disagree that you said it was you who made you president. No. No, that was the American people, just like the result of all of this great stuff we see happening in the country. That is the great stuff we do see. Now, notwithstanding the fact that our country is just one recession away from a complete civil war, by anyone's account. That there are powerful forces against each other, and instead of finding the better in humanity, what do? We dig in deeper and we look for conflict. And who pays that price? Make no mistake about it, it'll be you and your families. I want to know, how do you look, the little girl, the little boy, like you once were? Like I feel so close to now, the boy I once was. How do you look a mother or a father in the eye and tell them that you have to take their freedom, their land, or their lives? Because that's what war is. That's what war is. And I have another somber question to ask you, my Republican friends. Let's say that Donald Trump is successful in subduing the Democratic Party. I mean, completely. Completely. That'll be a day I cry. Because right now, the only thing stopping Donald Trump from being a dictator is the Democratic Party. So while I voted for Donald Trump, it's all fitting that I run as a Democrat and I unite our country and avert a civil war. We don't need that. All we want and all we ever wanted was love and opportunity. We want to be able to seize the opportunities of our past ingenuity and hard work. We own that as Americans. And we just want to love. And we want to raise the spirits of humanity. They've been for the last 2 years in the depths of hell. And even before that, disrespected. The problems did not just begin. They've been around for a while. And they've only gotten worse. We can do better. I implore upon you to follow and to get involved. Folks, I take my candidacy seriously because I know the stream from the Lord. I know the gift of insight. And when you see, and you're a stable individual as I am, and you know and you see history play out, and you're able to study. I've studied the past, I've studied everything. And to see and know and to really understand and to have this crystal clear understanding coupled with such a profound spiritual journey that led me to the Happy Healer. All of this has compelled me the faith to believe, the faith to know, and the wisdom to see and understand things. At the age of 40, I feel so blessed. I'm so thrilled, so happy. And it doesn't take money. But yet, the work we do, the work that we need to do, it's going to take investment in our country. And the work we have to do, we can do. Oh, we can do it. And those are the conversations we're going to be having. And, you know, your other candidates, they're not open to you. I welcome you guys. We need to talk about this stuff. I'm an honest guy. I'm an honest broker of truth. We've got to have real solutions for real people if we ever hope to have a society that values human beings. And we have no choice. We're at a precipice in history, whereas if we do not do that now, we will lose the opportunity, the chance in history, perhaps forevermore, to ever be able to get that done. And you know that just might be true the very day when the Democrats fold to Donald Trump. You just might know that it's over then. Because whereas before the Democrats were the people who were holding him back, who is holding him back after they are gone? Because once the Democrats have subdued and are loyal puppets for Trump, I could assure you, when Trump turns on you as he no longer needs you, like you have seen him do before, unfortunately. And I think of the John McCain ship incident. I love our military, and I know what they have done and the sacrifice they have made, just as my father has made. And we can't have that. We can't have the Republicans themselves realizing what a mistake they made after the mistake is too late. Because, my friends, the folks to stop you when you try to stop Trump, it'll be the Democrats. You would have subdued them to that level. This is psychologically affecting people. Make no mistake, this is possible. And it's probable at this point. It's probable. That's why I'm running. It's probable. I want to avert a disaster. I see insanity in people. I do. And they say I'm crazy. Nothing could be further from the truth. Your Happy Healer is a happy, stable dude. One of the few. I don't get triggered by anything. And that's not crazy to not get triggered by things. It's perfectly perfect to not trigger. When you get triggered, you can be controlled. And then you can't do God's work. No, folks, I don't get triggered. Perhaps God really did set me up for this role. I have so many insights, and it's all just built in love. And it's just built in truth, and it's built from spending the time in meditation. I spent 10 years in meditation, folks. I'm 40 years old. I got started in a professional career at the age of 16 to the age of 30, working very, very hard. I took some time off, and I just got to know the world and my own mind and discovery. And on top of everything else that I learned, I have a story to share. I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to open up. It's time. We have to be so open in this time and so trusting and so loving. And I trust you, my American brothers and sisters. You're going to hurt me? I hope not. That would be awful. That'd be real awful. It takes courage to do the right thing. And, well, I have the courage and the faith. And that's how I know that what we're doing is the right thing. Because to do nothing and know that where we're headed is so real is just unfathomable. And it's wrong. It's wrong. So we have to be serious about where we're headed. And we're headed to a beautiful world. You're going to be inspired. You're going to be lifted up. And we're going to be united as a country. Allow your happy healer to do this. And we will. Let's stay away from these meals. These are the disaster meals we're going to be given when the Civil War starts. These are the meals the military eat. They're the ready-to-eat meals. They're the same meals you get through hurricanes. They're the disaster meals. Well, I guess we ought to all start setting some aside. This is your Happy Healer for President 2020, KeithLandy.com. Check it out. God bless you, and I'll see you tomorrow at 9 p.m. on all of the Landy Mantics networks of channels and the Happy Healer for President.com. I, Keith Landy, your candidate for president for the Democratic nomination for President of the United States, will be back right here, 9 p.m. tomorrow night, and as many nights moving forward until Election Day as possible. We'll see you soon.